I'm so happy to be here. Thank you,
Mm.
Shubham, for being part of my episode on Papyrus Podcast.
Thank you so much. It's like first podcast of my life.
No
I've
way.
never,
Okay.
yeah, I've never been to any podcast. This is the first time I'm on a
This is
podcast.
great then. This is great. This is like your introduction to the podcast world. Papyrus is great because I decided to found Papyrus as the podcast to give light to individuals that I run to or join path with along my journey. Because
Mhm.
as a singer, as a traveling content creator, I meet a lot of people and I meet a lot of great people. So they're not for me. It's for the world to enjoy what they have to offer and what they have going on. So that's why we're here today. Shubham is a computer science master alumni.
Yeah.
What's growing technologically in India lately?
Okay. India is growing very fast in most of the fields like fintech, edtech, health tech, like lot of other sectors. I'll tell you one example. Like in 1998, PayPal got introduced in America. So it was like a big innovation because the transactions which were like few in one day uh, got like 5 or 10 times, like 100 times more because of the easy way to like just the pay the money.
Mm.
So later it got introduced in China, and then India was the third to introduce it in India. Like it was a unified payment interface (UPI). The Indian government governor, the Raghuram Rajan, yeah, Raghuram Rajan. He was the governor of Reserve Bank of India. So
Mm.
he introduced the UPI to like everyone, and yeah, so the digital payments got very easy, and yeah, from there, like India just like developing very fast, like all the sectors, not
Wow.
even only in finance, but yeah, most of the IT sectors, like most of the computer scientists are like from India.
I do when I connected with you and me and Shubham met in New Jersey, you guys. It was a
Yeah,
great sit down conversation that we had that was like hours long and
yeah,
told me a lot of stories about the religion of Hinduism, right?
yeah,
Later on, it came about that you studied computer science. So,
yeah, yeah,
but for me, it was really mesmerizing how knowledgeable you are about your own culture and tradition. When I met you, you mentioned something about how coming to India, uh, you don't feel as if the people will try to push you or try to sway you into being part of the religion, right? And I'm curious. I mean, we've had this conversation one on one, but I want you to explain to our audience, um, what do you think Hinduism doesn't, differs in this aspect, trying to invite another fellow man or woman to come and join. Why do you feel like Hinduism is detached from this practice of trying to pull everybody into their own sphere?
yeah. So my answer will be like there are three aspects. So there is like dharma, karma, and spiritual growth. So in Hinduism, we never like ask people to join our religion or you should convert yourself. That's not our job to do. Like dharma means like if you are born in this universe, you have your own story, your own religion. You should follow that.
Mm.
Okay, everyone has their own thing when they born. And the karma is like we think like if we try to convert someone, it will create a negative karma for ourselves.
Mm.
So we cannot like we never impose our beliefs on someone else or try to change anyone's religion or try to convert anyone to our religion. It's like what we do like we focus on spiritual growth. We focus on our own development, and we try to inspire the coming youth. And if someone is like want to adapt Hinduism, we welcome him or her. Like we welcome all, but it's like we don't force someone to join a religion. We don't do that.
Right.
It's like what to say? It's against our principles.
Wow.
Hindu never do that. Yeah.
That's very fascinating. Now, the interesting correlation that I found by talking to you the first time was the your knowledge of computer science, right? But also the religious knowledge, right? The spiritual
Mhm.
knowledge that you have. And what I have put together mentally before, offering to sit down with you is that India is undisguisable how many mathematical minds, it generates, right? It
Yeah.
seems to be geographically an area of that produces a lot of mathematicians and scientists and computer, savvy and technological masterminds, right? It's undeniable, and I want to ask you, do you think that this derives from the religion itself? Do you feel like the teachings of Hinduism reflect, give importance to science and reflect onto the principle of mathematics? And is that the reason why, the population in India is prone to this knowledge?
I believe like I'm not sure. Is it have any mm, relation with the religion for generating like intelligent mathematicians from India? But I believe like there are more like lot of aspects. Yeah, Hinduism might be one of the reason, but I feel like it's a historical heritage we have what to say, the ancient mathematicians of India. I name them like Aryabhatta, who invented like the zero, the
Mm.
decimal system, and the algebra, geometry, trigonometry,
Right.
and the infinity concept of infinity. It was invented by Bhaskar. He was also the both of them they are like globally recognized mathematicians, big mathematicians from India. So I think like from after them, the coming generations, they got so much inspired and motivated. And also in India, the societal influences so much, like the big institutions in India, like a
Mm.
lot of students from out of country, like out of India, they come to India uh, to study, like because the study is very difficult. It's
Right.
totally like if you want to get into like good colleges, you have to be uh, like 10 on 10 on maths.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah.
So the big institutes, I will name them. Like it's IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, Indian Statistical Institute, ISI, and like yeah. So these two, like they need like very very intelligent people in mathematics. So I'll give you a number. Suppose 10 lakh people are preparing for the exam, only
Hmm.
10,000 seats are there in the college. So this is the ratio.
Wow.
So everyone is like in the race. And uh, so like since you born and you go to school and then college, mathematics is everywhere. Even your parents around you, they teach you eh, all the basic calculations.
Right.
You are a kid, so they just calculation is everywhere in India. And also I believe like the art architecture in India, it
Hmm.
symbolizes all the mathematical knowledge in the sculptures and everywhere, the temples.
Now, my question would be kind of like circling back to how we started. Are the people that you've mentioned, Basker,
Yeah,
invented the infinity concept, were these individuals Hindu?
yeah, definitely they were Hindu
Those
by
individuals
name. Yeah,
Hindu?
yeah, yeah, by name I can, yeah, define. Yeah,
So it's kind of interesting, the correlation,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I know by talking to you, you mentioned that there are holidays and there are festivals throughout the year in the Hindu religion, right?
yeah, yeah.
And a lot of them come. all of them come with a specific means to a matter, right? Um,
Yes, yes.
you've named a few during our conversations. I want them to
Yeah,
understand.
the biggest festival in India is Diwali, the festival of lights, firecrackers, and we make drawings like rangoli. We call it rangoli on floor with the colors. We
Mm.
make it. Yeah. So yeah, so Diwali is the biggest festival. Then it's like Holi. In like coming days in India, they will celebrate Holi. It's
Mm.
a festival of colors, like color powder we throw on each other, water balloons, water guns. Uh,
And I think, correct me if I'm mistaken, when you explained to me Diwali, was because throwing colors at another person is like washing
yeah,
all the negative.
playing with colors. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like victory of good over evil.
Mm.
Yeah,
So is it an erase of um bad or negative energy that may have been there or may arise in the future, just to kind of like wash everything out and just
yeah,
have positive feelings
yeah.
about the other person?
Yes, 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 yes. Correct. Yeah.
That's very powerful. There are a few other ones that you've mentioned when we sat down. Um, I forget the names. Let me see. I took notes. Yeah,
Okay.
you mentioned Dussera.
Dasera. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Dasera. Yeah. So it's before Diwali. Uh, it's like at that day, there was a villain. Like I told you, Ramayan story in short. Like there was one king, Ram. Yeah, so he was a king of Ayodhya, which is in a state of India, like Madhya Pradesh. And when he won the battle, he killed the Ravan, the villain. So every year in India, when they celebrate Diwali, before it, like they celebrate Dasara. So they kill the Ravan. They make a Ravan, big Ravan of firecracker or like what to say, paper, and then they burn it. So when they burn it, they believe like they are burning all the negative energy around them,
Mm.
and they are welcoming the positive vibes and positive energy.
Right.
So the way like Ram killed Ravan and then he went back to Ayodhya. So in Ayodhya, everyone celebrated and welcomed him with the firecrackers and the lights and all. So that symbolized Diwali. So we celebrate Diwali after Dasara. Dasara is just like we kill the Ravan.
Do you know where it stemmed, the knowledge of burning something, like using fire to get rid of negativity?
We they believe like people of India. They believe like we burn this villain, so it means like all the negative energy like has demolished now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
do you know where that knowledge stems from? Like, because another culture might say, in our religion, in our culture, we believe that by putting water on a person, it washes the sins away. So, what is the if you know, if you're aware of the spiritual belief, the spiritual meaning, the origin of using fire as a means to demolish the spirit, the negativity attached to this being?
in Hinduism, like if someone is like not anymore in this world, after his death, we burn him.
Mm, mm.
So it becomes ashes, right? So they feel like burning means like everything will be like over now. There is nothing left.
Hmm. Interesting.
So if they burn Ravan, it means like they believe like Ravan is not anymore on this planet. You ask like after burning him, like the legacy of him like still will exist or what after death, what will happen to him? Like I am not sure of this. Like, but what I feel like. Uh, I just don't have more knowledge about it. But yeah, since like I'm in India, every year I'm just seeing people are burning Ravan and they are like celebrating Dasara. So they just enjoying the evil god dead. So it's like that.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
very perhaps and this is like from a other spiritual standpoints. They say that you're not really dead until the last person mentions your name, right? Which means that your legacy will always continue as long as there is energy that's been spoken about your being or your deeds, or even if you were an evil being, right? They are mentioning your evil deeds, right? And in a way, they're still keeping those alive because they're being mentioned. But
Mm,
very key to um, the act of burning the Ravan, correct me if I'm wrong, is mostly
yeah.
to cleanse the energy that could be present of those negative deeds into a population. But fact of the matter is that he lived, so
Yeah, so see, like it's like very interesting. I also had this question back in India, like why every year we are killing that evil. Like
yeah.
he should be get killed once, when he got killed by Ram.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
a lot of commitment. That's a lot of attention that we're putting to a an evil person, right?
yeah, exactly. So I asked this question to my friends and family. So not family, but friends only. We discussed. So like what we got to know from discussion. So we think like every year they burn Ravan because they should know the story.
Mm.
Like if no one is going to burn Ravan, or like how they will get to know about Ram.
Mm.
Ravan getting killed, then we are celebrating Diwali, right? Then we are welcoming Ram to Ayodhya.
And what is that? Can you explain?
So the story there was like one king in Ayodhya. He was Ram, okay, Sri Ram. His brother was Lakshman, his younger brother, and he got married to Sita. So his father, Dashrath. So Ram has a one stepmother, Kaikeyi. Her name was Kaikeyi. So she wanted her son to get the crown throne.
Mm.
So his father not wanted him to go, but he said I will go for 14 years in forest. And yeah, so he just went, and he settled in forest. He just traveled whole India from Ayodhya, and then there a lot of incidents happened. This story tells us sacrifice, selflessness, loyalty, uh, and more a lot of moral values it adds to a person's life if he knows the story. So I'll tell you, like there was one more god, Hanuman. Hanuman is like a devotee to Lord Ram. So he is every time with Lord Ram.
Mm.
He does everything for Lord Ram. How we should worship our God, like how much devotee we should be. So he was very true to Lord Ram. And Lakshman was a brother who showed us like how a brother should behave with his brother, how a brother relationship should be. Lord Ram and Sita's relationship also tells like how a husband wife should live together in all the good and bad situations.
Mm.
They left everything behind and they moved to the forest.
Interesting.
So it was a big thing. He was the biggest son of Dashrath. Still he
You think the
moved out.
population is the population in India is still um, connected to these stories, but not just to be connected to these stories, but also actualizing them in their life and going by the principles of these stories on a day to day.
Yeah, definitely. Like people, it's their choice. There are a lot of things going on in this like world, everywhere, corruption and a lot of things.
Right.
So everyone ditches everybody. There is like no, you cannot trust on anyone. So the good people are very less on this planet, I'm saying, not only in India, but
Yeah.
everywhere you find very less number of good people. So if the people are not good, how will they follow these principles and these stories?
Yes, exactly.
We Hindu, what we believe, like gods came. I told you, like, right? There are three gods: Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. The Shiva is Mahesh. So Vishnu's avatar is Lord Ram.
Mhm.
So they came to Earth to show the coming generation, the coming people on who will get to know how the family should stay together in all the circumstances.
As we, delve into the spirituality, I do want to circle back to where we initially started from, which is a technology, more infused conversation, right? This what drew me into your computer science knowledge and so forth. And together we read an article. You pointed this out in our previous conversation that
Yeah,
there was this article. I think it released last year, and it talked about how the third mission, the moon landing mission, originated in India, ended up costing less than a Hollywood movie.
yes. So it was very interesting to know this fact. Like it costed less than a Hollywood movie. I was in India on 14th July when they launched this rocket to the moon, and then coming to US just like within a month. I got the news on 23rd August. Like it got successfully landed on moon.
Wow.
Yeah, on the South Pole. It was so amazing. Like all Indians were celebrating that day. And then more interesting fact was later I got to know like the budget is less than a Hollywood movie. I checked like the Interstellar, like Martian, Gravity. These movies cross 100 millions.
Wow.
So just for the production cost and this
And
mission, they did
those
it in.
movies are only representing them. They're shooting to go to the moon. They're not actually going to the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Listen,
It,
that speaks a lot of volume in regards to a country that is able to leverage resources over coin, you know?
yeah,
Um, you were mentioning how the scientist that was on board for the mission failed, right? There was something about in the article as well that talked about how the
second mission.
yeah, the second mission actually failed with a higher budget, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was $95 million.
Mm.
Yeah, so and then they just got motivated by the prime minister. They were very demotivated after the failure. The prime minister went and then everyone saw it on television. It was live that day. Everyone was feeling very bad, like it got failed and all that. Later, they did it in 74 million.
So
Second one
20,
was in,
20
yeah,
million less.
yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
amazing, yeah.
So the institution, the organization that allowed this to happen is called Israel. Is that
Is ISRO, yeah. It's Indian Space Research Organization.
correct? I will link to you guys this article because I just think it was for you guys to read. I think it's a very good read. It's very informational, and for me, it just was as hilarious as amazing. Um,
Yeah.
it's great. So I was intrigued by your major. Depending on the route that you take with, especially like a master's degree in computer science, you can either delve very much into the artificial intelligence, which is, it has slowly been creeping up to the world through history, but right now it's very much present, and it's moving at rapid speed. So
Yes.
my question to you, are you going that direction, or are you taking a different approach? What is your stance when it comes to artificial intelligence?
it's like 50-50 situation for me. I feel like in some areas there are some uses of artificial intelligence which are very useful to the people. Uh, but you cannot use it everywhere. Uh, it will reduce definitely jobs for
Mm,
the humans who are already doing that.
mm,
So everything, if you do like just make everything like AI based,
mm,
uh, the things will work for you. But sometimes, what if like AI goes wrong? Or I think like there should not everywhere AI based things like because suppose like if in market the robos will come in future.
right.
If you get a chance to buy a robo, if you'll buy a robo for yourself, uh, definitely these times people are like like not socializing more because of Instagram, WhatsApp, and all the social media apps, and everything is on internet.
Even in the medical aspect, you know how there's robot doctors and nurses. I mean, a piece of metal in the future could deliver your baby, you know, a very smart piece of metal.
Yeah, it can happen, yeah. But I feel like few things should be natural, right? So, and definitely like you should trust humans more than a robo, I feel.
Mm. Well,
Yeah,
also because it is a human that is building such, you know, and I think my overall stance with it is that when you combine different types of intelligence, and you have them in symbiosis working towards a scope, that could be just an accelerated. That is accelerated intelligence, but it's also accentuated intelligence. So human intelligence plus artificial intelligence makes superhuman intelligence, you know? But like you said, balance, I think, is the number one thing in everything. I did want to
yeah.
point out that not too long ago, I think it was March 14th, we're on the, yeah, of this year, I read something about how the Sanders-led bill would reduce the standard work week from 40 hours to 32 hours, basically putting us from corporate positions working Monday through Friday, right? Which has been like this for the longest that we've known, to Monday through Thursday. And I think with the rapid growth of artificial intelligence and the creation of AI taking on to the jobs, um, I think this is like such a key move to tell the planet we don't need as much physical workforce anymore. So we're gonna reduce you from 5 work days to 4, because we are implementing so much more behind the scenes when it comes to other sources taking the lead in certain jobs. I do want to get to know your goals after your master's degree. You briefly mentioned to me that you wanted to open some avenues, but please let me know what are your goals with this kind of studies that you're into.
I'm studying computer science, but my goal will be like definitely I need to open my own business back in India. I want to start something related to technology. I'm not sure like what I'll do, but I'm still thinking on it. But definitely I need to do my own startup or my own business I want to open in future to generate more jobs, um, and to guide new talent, new generation. Everyone should get the opportunity. I'll try to make these things possible in like not developed cities in India, but also to the ground level, like to the villages. I'll try to give the opportunity to everyone who is not having the money or the opportunity, the chance, the the knowledge how he or she should shape his or her future. And then I just wanna I just wanna give all the information I have to everyone who is not getting a chance to know this information, because I feel everyone doesn't know how to come to US.
Mm,
Everyone doesn't know. The people who are living in tier 1 and tier 2 cities, they only know.
mhm.
What about other people who are in village, who have big dreams? First thing, I feel like the people I'm telling, they should have big dreams, because when you have a big dream, then the things automatically start for you.
Mm-hmm.
First thing is like seeing a big dream. You should see a big dream for yourself, and
Yes.
then everything falls on a place. So I just want to give information to the people who don't have, and also want to generate jobs for people uh, who don't have that money with them, or they come from like very backward background. So yeah, I want to do good for good people. If I am hiring someone, there will be like definitely one criteria, like the person should be good, and that AI cannot recognize, because you can fail AI and that, but a human can. Yeah, so because in your company, the people, if you are hiring someone, if he or her, if he is loyal to you, then he can work for you. If he is feeling good with you, he can work for you.
I'm doing this with my own chat GPT. You can program and shape your chat GPT to do basically close to whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
By inserting information about what you look for, what your interests are, what your key points of focus in life are, how you learn, how you receive information, how do you shape information, right? So by you making a statement of like, for sure in the future, if I do end up hiring somebody, I want them to be good. I want a good person right next to me, right?
Yeah.
Which is such a commendable thing. What do you think? You wouldn't be able to program your assistant to being good if he was an artificial intelligence robot?
It can, but I feel like when you talk to someone, there like human connect is something different, which a human computer interaction cannot justify that connection. When a human talks with another human, if you are talking with me, so there is one invisible thing between us,
Mm.
which we can feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it might be like good, bad, or you can catch my lies. If I'm lying to you, you can feel that, but you cannot prove it.
What,
If
what
you will,
what would you call that? The invisible thing?
maybe some energy, like good energy between two people, if they talk, if they, yeah, definitely. Like if you talk to someone for 5 to 10 minutes, I guess not 100%, but maybe 50% you get to know that person, definitely.
Sure.
And also like the policy should be like there are a lot of good people, bad people having good brains. There are also good people having uh, bad brains, means not like they are having bad brains, like doing bad things, but there are like average intelligent people with good human skills, or good behavioral skills. Behavioral skill sets is like should be like in everyone,
Mm.
like see, like what I feel, if I'm not making money, still I need like few of my employees to stay with me uh, like for a month. Like every startup company, they have struggled this, they have faced, they have gone through this phase, like where they are not making profit, still they are in the company, they are, yeah, they are just struggling, they are just trying to make things possible, and developing every day something new to reach to their goal. So I feel like not all employees, but when I will start my own company, startup or anything, so definitely like the team will be like maybe 15-20 people. So the company is like everyone's, not mine alone, because if everyone is working in the company, the definitely it's there also.
I love that.
So
I definitely send so many positive energy towards your
mm,
goals, towards you finishing this important master's degree, and just leading with your information to wherever you want to take this information to. I do want to thank you. I do want to thank you for being here today. And before we conclude, I would like to thank our sponsor, the Bio Silicone Shields. These are the pieces of necklace that I've been wearing.
Oh, nice, pretty.
Yes, they are. They are the protective barrier against electrosmog. Which I don't know when we met if I mentioned that to you, but
You told me, yeah.
yeah,
You told me. Yeah.
basically, I mean, New York City is just, man, if there's technology everywhere, and we're just infused in all of this electrosmog, but having a barrier to protect your energy, your chakras, and all of the above is something that will keep us in balance in doing what we need to do.
So yeah, coming to an end, I also want to thank you for having me on this podcast. This is the first podcast of my life, and I'm enjoying. I was very excited at the beginning. It was like very smooth, and I loved the conversation we had. It was always something new, learning from everyone, every new people you find. So yeah, when we met for the first time, also that day, also like I didn't expect it. Like the conversation will like from 5 minutes, it will go to 50 minutes. So
Yes,
it happened. It happened. Yeah. So
but like you said, that invisible line exists, and when you catch, a person, you can't miss the chance of exchanging knowledge and information. So I thank you for really being open to do this for the very first time. I hope for you that you'll do it many more times so that you can share your knowledge.
and one more thing for all Indian audience,
Yes.
just one thing you should say. Whenever you will visit India, I'm sorry, I just send you the list. I forgot.
Oh yes.
Today I'm free.
Send me the list
I'll,
of
I'll, I'll send you all the list, yeah, of the places you should visit definitely. And whenever you go to India, everywhere you can just say these three words, magical words, and the people will like repeat those words to you, and they will smile. And it's Jai Shri Ram.
I'm gonna write this down. How do you say this?
Jai.
Uh-huh.
The first word is Jai. Jai means hooray. Like
Hooray.
Jai. Shri means like it's a respectful thing before a name.
Okay.
Yeah, respect. For a respect, we use Shri, SHREE. And last one is Ram, RAM, which is a God's name, Lord Ram.
So it's hooray, respect, God.
When you join the hands, it means like you are devotee to the God. Okay, so this means Jai Shri Ram. So Shri Ram is like Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Yeah, exactly. It was nice.
That's amazing.
You should just, these are three magical words you can speak anywhere in India. Everyone knows.
I love it. I wrote it down as three magical words that I'm gonna say when I visit India.
Yeah, and every Indian in US, if we greet someone, we say what's up, hello, hey, like that. So in India, you should definitely, if you see me again, you should say Jai Shri Ram. So I'll say Jai Shri Ram.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Jai Shri Ram, Shubham.
Jai Shri Ram. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you on the next episode.